Good morning and warm welcome to the second day of summer internship program of VPM's Polytechnic 2020. Today we have with us Mr. Nitin Kelkar as the speaker. Mr. Nitin Kelkar is the director of NK Instruments Private Limited, Thane. He started his business by the name NK Enterprises in the year 2000 and later expanded it to NK Instruments Private Limited in the year 2006. He has completed his diploma in instrumentation in 1990 from VPM's Polytechnic, Thane. And after gaining experience in various companies at various positions, he decided to take the plunge into business. They have their business in field instruments and cover a wide range of products related to parameters like pressure, temperature, level, flow, vibration, pH, conductivity, ORP, and DO. They are the manufacturers and authorized dealers for many companies and have a wide clientele not only in India but abroad too. Their instruments are being used by almost all types of industries like chemical, petrochemical, pharmaceutical, paper and pulp industries, material handling, building construction, air conditioning systems, boilers, heat exchangers, etc. You name a company and they are there. In industrial processes, controlling of physical parameters is very essential to maintain quality, quantity, and safety. One such important parameter is level. So today, Mr. Kelkar is going to take us into the depth of level switches, I will say. Over to you, Mr. Nitin Kelkar.
Thank you very much, madam. And very good morning to all guys. Hello, I'm Nitin Kelkar. As madam has already introduced you, Nitin Kelkar from NK Instruments Private Limited. We provide quality instrumentation solutions from last 20 years to various type of industries. In various type of industries, there are various parameters, and there are out of that the very important on which productivity and the quality of the product is very much dependent, which is level. This parameter has to be controlled as well as monitored in various ways, and level switching has importance in a sense. There are various type of mediums in various type of industries. It can be solid, it can be liquid, or it can be very sticky as well. So selection of the level switch depends upon various parameters. We have to take into various parameters into consideration, and selection of the switch can be advantageous or can be drawback compared to other switches if it is not been selected properly, right? So which are those parameters? First of all, what is level switch? Level switch is one sensor. This level switch detects the presence of liquid, solid, or maybe a viscous medium at a very specific location. When I say specific location, it has very much high value, because level sensing at specific location, if it is not sensed at that location, if it is delayed by some time or whatever, then that can be a mess. It can cause an accident. Something can overflow, something can go wrong, something may burn. So many things may happen if it is not been sensed at the specific location. So this level switch is also referred to as level sensor, right? And we all know, many of the people stay in some societies where are normally two tanks. One is underground tank, one is overhead tank in our society buildings. And through the pump, the water is being transferred to the overhead tank. If the pump is on and the overhead tank is full, what will happen? It will overflow. So the instrument which senses this level is level switch. In very simple words, I have explained you. So it can be mounted from any side of the tank. That is also important. It can be mounted from the side, it can be mounted from the top of the tank, or it can be even mounted from the bottom bottom side of the tank, depending on the type of installation or type of the vessel in the plant. Parameters which are dependent to select the suitable level switch are many. You know, there are, as earlier also I told you, the type of liquid, it can be solid, liquid. This liquid may have some foam, it may have some stickiness, which may form a layer onto the probe, and then it will start malfunctioning. In solids also, it can be a size variant. It can be very small, it can be very fine, it can be very thick or heavy, or some solids can have some static electricity also. So depending on the type of medium, we have to select it. Specific gravity, in case of liquid, specific gravity or viscosity or its conductivity also makes a very important role into it. Then within the tank, storage tank, what is pressure and temperature? Again, pressure can be a dynamic or it can be static. If there is a gas, blanketing system, that makes different role, or it can be a very heavy medium, dynamic load also makes a role. Or it can, temperature, if we think about, it can be cryogenic, which is low, very low, below 0 degree, or it can be atmospheric, it can be even 1000 or 2000 degrees Celsius. So that also has to be considered while selecting the type of instruments. Material suitability, what I mean is material of construction. It can be polypropylene, it can be PVC, it can be Teflon, it can be stainless steel. In stainless steel, there are so many grades. You may be aware, or you will be aware about type of grades in SS. It can be SS304, SS316, 410, and many other. It can be even alloy, maybe SOIC, maybe Monel or some other things. On the mounting styles or direction, earlier as I told, it can be top mounted, side mounted, or bottom mounted. At the same time, the process connection, which can be a flange or it can be a threaded connection. This flange, there are various types and there are different ratings, and the threads also have different sizes, maybe and type of threads are also different. So if somebody orders 2-inch flange, and if it is not having sufficient inner diameter, that can also become a problem. Like, take an example, the level switch has a diameter or its size is say 2 inches, and the nozzle of the tank at the tank is just of 1.5 inches or maybe 1 inch in diameter. The level switch, you cannot pass through that nozzle. So that also have to be given a thought before we decide something, or before we select the product. Then potential free contact switch, you mean there can be different types. It can be a digital switch or it can be potential free contact. In potential free contact, there are again either relay or it can be a micro switch. So it all depends upon the electricity, the load, electrical load. By this switch, what you are going to operate? Are you going to operate some 3-phase pump, or are you going to operate just a LED, or is that a buzzer, or it is a hooter? So it can be anything. So depending on that, what is this current load, accordingly the type of switch has to be selected. Area classification, what I mean is that hazardous area, or it is just weatherproof, dustproof area? Again, on that also selection is very important, because in hazardous areas some standard weatherproof model is used with, at the time of operation there is always a spark, very fine spark, and this spark can cause an accident. It can cause an explosion also. So there are type of enclosures depending on the area classification that is been selected. Switches can be single point switch, or it can be a multi-point switch also. Like one probe having different switches at different level is also possible. So whether single probe will have single switching contact or multiple switching contacts. And very important part comes to the budget. So as everyone requires the best at lowest price. So the best means at what price is also, it is very relative, and it depends upon the accuracy expectations and many other parameters. So when we select any level switch, we have to think on many parameters. And if we do not give thought onto all these parameters, then our selection may go wrong, and then that will create a problem. Type of switches are again selected on the basis of type of media. Is that liquid, or it is solid, or it is semi-liquid, or some sticky medium. So there are few type of level switches I have listed down. Just see, these are the names, and we'll be looking at the individual type of level switch further. So float type, vibrating fork, conductivity, diaphragm, ultrasonic, or many other. You will see that one by one in the next slides. So see here, this is a level switch used for liquids. This is only for liquids. It has float into it, and this float moves. So it can be mounted from the side of the tank, or it can be mounted from the top of the tank. So when level rises, the float will move. See here, the side mounted level switch it is operating like cantilever. When level liquid reaches to the float, it will start floating onto the liquid, and it will move. At the end, at the back end of the float, if you see, there is one rod, a tail. It has magnet into it, and this magnet will operate reed switch, which is inside of this horizontal pipe. Right? So this way the switch is operated. It just in presentation, I'm just showing the change in the color by operation to show the operation. Here the float moves vertically, linear motion on the vertical pipe, and whenever the float moves upward, the switch will operate. Here you see the switch is operated, the light is changed, it is gone to green. So this way the operations are whenever the type of float type switches when we use. It depends upon the specific gravity of the liquid, temperature, pressure in the tank. All these parameters have to be considered here. Float type level switch, but it is a construction wise, it is into PP construction. Now earlier slide, if you have seen here, type of switch depends upon, as I said, specific gravity, temperature, and all that, and accordingly the length of the probe and the diameter of the float has to be decided. Whereas here it is very simple and easy. This is a rope, so lengthwise selection is very easy. This is a standard molded product, can be easily available at very reasonable price, and it is only to be used for liquids. Now how does it work? Now it has a float having one ball into it, metallic ball, and at this square portion here there is micro switch. When level rises, float starts floating onto it, and depending on the weight which is connected here, that position we can adjust. If I have set this float over here, this weight over here, it will not allow that wire to go upward further to this, and this float will now go reverse in direction. It will go top side bottom, bottom side top. Now here the switch is operated because that ball touches the micro switch and the switch operates. Very simple mechanism, very economical, very easy to mount, very easy to carry, no much charges for transportation and all that, because that is very easy, light in weight and easy to install. So this is used in various, almost all industries in very common way. This is also a level switch, again for only liquids, and it works on conductivity principle. Here I have shown 3 probes. Consider this tank is metallic or this tank is non-metallic. In that case, this is a probe which is used for high level sensing. The middle probe is for low level sensing, and this third one is a reference probe through which we'll be giving a very minute supply, maybe 3 volts or something like that, which will not I mean, will not get a shock to by that voltage. This this circuit will be completed through the conducting media, the liquid. When it reaches to reference and the low level probe, the circuit is completed and the switch operated. Same way here, reference to the high level switch, when it is connected, the circuit is completed and the switch is operated. So it can be either single probe if the tank is metallic. In that case, this metallic tank body itself, material itself, operates as a reference for this probe, and the tank, if the tank is non-metallic, if it is PVC or something, plastic tanks, in that case the reference probe is compulsory. So reference, low level switch, high level switch, sometimes people require mid level switch, or can be low, high and high, 4 level switches. So depending on that, number of probes we can increase. This can be even in rope construction. This is rod construction what I've shown. It can be possible, it is available always in rope type construction when the tank heights are very high, like 5 meters, 10 meters, 20 meters and all that. Now comes to vibrating forks. What is vibrating fork? Vibrating fork, it is also known as tuning fork. It operates on piezo-resistive sensor. You must have studied about piezo. When power is given to it, it will start vibrating, and these vibrations are transferred to the fork, which are lightweight two stainless steel plates, which will start vibrating. And when the liquid reaches to this probe, the motion of this probe will be restricted by the presence of the liquid itself, and the switch will operate. This can be a PNP, that is digital output type switch, or it can be a relay. Relay and digital switches, or micro switch and relays, I think all that you have already studied. If you have any queries related to that, we can discuss later on in the question answer session. So these are vibrating fork type level switches. These are to be used only for liquids. If some layer is formed, if liquid has some foam onto it, or maybe some pulp is also there into the liquid, something which is floating onto it, then it may malfunction, because this will form a layer onto the probe. So it is to be offered only for liquids, clear liquids. Now we are starting with some solid. If the medium is solid, then which type of level switches are available? We have a rotating paddle type level switch. This rotating paddle level switch has a motor inside of this. And this motor rotates at very low speed. It may be 1 RPM, or maximum in specific conditions, it can be even 5 to 6 RPM also. The continuous motion, continuous rotation of the paddle goes on, and whenever any solid material comes in contact with it, it stops the rotation of the paddle, and the cam, which is getting connected to the micro switch, operates, and the switch gives the signal to stop the conveyor or open the bottom valve, or some interlocking conditions are there that operates after that. Earlier we have seen vibrating fork, which is very compact. This is a similar one, but some rigid construction, solid construction, that also can be used for solids. So it is very similar like the earlier one which we have already seen. Now in vibrating fork, what happens? There are two forks, and in between something can get clogged, something can get jammed, and then the vibrating fork level switch can malfunction. To avoid this, there is one more option, which is vibrating rod. Now there are no two forks, there are no two plates. There is just a rod which vibrates with piezo. But the cost of this goes high. That's why there are two options. If the material components, material size is lesser than 20 mm, then we can offer vibrating fork type. If the the dimensions of the solid particles are bigger than that, then we can give vibrating rod type of level switch. Otherwise, working of both the switches is similar. Earlier I told you about dynamic pressure and static pressure. Gas blanketing system is a static pressure. But the solid material which is creating a pressure by its own gravity pressure, that is dynamic pressure, which is acting onto the bottom of the tank. So at the bottom side of the tank, we can use this diaphragm operated switch. It is very simple mechanism. Diaphragm at the bottom, below the diaphragm, there is micro switch. It operates on the basis of the pressure acting on it. So when the tank is full, maximum pressure is already acting onto it, and switch will remain operated, indicating that sufficient level is available. But when the level goes below certain limit, then the switch will immediately sense that load onto it is low, and the micro switch will reset, which is already operated. It will reset and alarm will be generated to top up the medium, so that the continuous process tank should not, plant should not stop or something like that. Here the wall is open, level is going down. At specific level, the diaphragm will operate, the diaphragm will expand, and this level switch will show that pressure acting onto it. That means the level in the tank is low. Here it will operate now, and here the switch is operated. So this kind of level switches are also used. It can be again, as I said, there are so many parameters to be given a thought while selection. This is rubber diaphragm, and this is stainless steel diaphragm. So depending on the temperature, we have to select it, which is to be used. Now, earlier, whichever switches we have seen, all that have limitations that if layer is formed onto it, the malfunctioning of switch is sure. But there is one switch, which is RF admittance type level switch. Even if the layer is formed onto it, it will not malfunction. How? That I'll explain you. Here, if you see the construction, there are basically 4 parts, and the threaded part is 5th one. Here, if you see, this is threaded portion, which is reference, and this is sensing part. Consider this whole portion is coated with some insulating medium. This is sensor and this is reference. When liquid or some solid medium comes in contact with this, reaches till this level, the circuit will get completed from here through the medium, and will circuit this circuit will be completed to till the reference, between this reference and the probe, main probe. At the same time, if the medium is sticky, it will form the layer, and this layer formation will keep the switch continuously on even if the tank is empty. Even if the tank is empty, the level switch will show that tank is full, and it will give us a wrong signal basically. To avoid that, we have added one more probe into it. Now, the frequency at this level and this level, potential of this and this point is same. Equipotential 2 sensors we have put, and as you know, flow of anything is always from high to low. You take current, you take liquid, any flow is always from high to low. Because there is a current in earlier stage when this was not there, conductivity level switch, this high to low, which is reference, the current passes and the switch operates. Because here there is one more probe which is equipotential, and some layer is formed onto it. Now the current will not pass from this to this through that layer, because both are at equal level. And this is the basic idea behind this probe, and because of this RF admittance level switch is suitable for any DAM medium. It can be used for very viscous mediums. In these foundries also, there are some kind of sand which has some gum put into it. That also forms a layer that will be used even in this case. Effluent sewage treatment plant, sewage treatment plant always have very sticky mediums, some plastic, paper, any myla, everything is there. In that case also, this works wonderfully. So this is RF admittance level switch. It again can be provided with digital or relay contacts. Similar to it, there is one more switch. It is equally, I mean, same way it functions, only it works on high frequency shift. So basic design is same. Cost wise it goes high. So this is offered only for specific applications, and because the contact part is only a peak, small portion of peak, which is polymer, which comes in contact with the medium, which is a food grade material. So we normally offer it only for food grade applications. This example I'm showing you of sauce. Take an example. This is sauce manufacturing company having a tank, storage tank, and maybe some next process happens over there. So sauce is getting filled into this. It will reach to the switch will operate, but layer will remain onto the probe. Then also it will not malfunction. Even if the level goes down by even 1 or 2 mm, immediately it will show that the level is below that level switch, below from that specific point. So see here, the source has reached touch to the switch, and the changeover is shown over here. At the same time, PNP contact may have operated this valve, and the unloading of the source is started. All right. So these kind of level switches are also there. Then comes ultrasonic. Ultrasonic is, again, this is definitely been studied in your curriculum, that ultrasonic works on sound wave principle, and the transmitter and receiver both are here. Though in theoretical methods it is shown like transmitter here and some other location there is receiver. Normally, and practical ways, transmitter and receiver both are housed in one housing. So sound waves is transmitted, the echo is generated, which has been sensed by the receiver. Now it can, the similar instrument can be used for level indication also, but here it is a switch. So it is switch, it's set at certain level like here. Whenever level reaches here, the echo is received very fast, very immediately, and the switch is operated. Here the switch will operate because echo is immediately received. There is no much delay. Hello, sorry, here already the switch is just operated. So this way, the ultrasonic level switch also is used for various liquids. Normally it is used in pharma plants because they prefer to have non-contact type instruments. So ultrasonic type level transmitters, level switches are normally used. So these are type of level switches what are regularly being used in different type of plants. And as I have tried to explain you the importance of the selection of the instrument. And if you have any further doubts, clarification required, you can ask me.